confident. Well, overly overconfident, I should say. What are you doing? What? What? Hello, my friends. How are you from? Welcome to today's episode. Today marks episode 3 of the solo Allosaurus arc. Striving for dominance in the Mixpack-ridden server of officials. I spawned here as a continuation of the last episode, where there was a big Mixpack that they tried to get me using 2 Spinos, but instead something really funny and unexpected happened in the end. And I urge you to go watch that episode if you've missed it, because it's worthwhile watching. No, I did hear some Hazagopteryx screams, and a T-Rex, I believe. And Green Valley was just a hotspot, so I want to go and investigate and see if there's anything for us. Oops. I should extract the hearts first before I chomp on these little Steveronis. Right, I'm pretty sure that's a Spinoroar. And it's coming from this direction, so that's near the upper lake, so that is consistent with Spino behavior. Gotta use a little bit of the stamina. And we got a Rexy boy. Perfect. And an Alberta. I wonder if it's the same Alberta from yesterday. That would actually be hilarious. But I do want to hunt this T-Rex on my own. He's wary, he's hearing our footsteps, so there's no point in being sneaky. Alright, Mr. T-Rex. Let's do a showdown, you and I. Let's hope that nobody interferes, but I'm gonna first go on this hill over here to just see what I can see. Just in case somebody is interested to interfere, I want to know the layout. That is a tiny Allo right there. Hello, Mr. Rex. How are you from? Just sneak in. I already hear roars. Is this guy gonna attack me? Oh, he's attacking the rocks. Okay. That is rather unexpected. I mean, I don't think I need the help, but okay. You giving up? Really, bro? Well, giving up is not an option. Oh my god. This guy kinda ruined the 1v1. And the Rex is a complete donut. Last hit is mine. Alright. I mean, it could have managed without the help of this Alberta, but I guess he just accelerated the process. Dakarthy is not happy. Berta. Want a 1v1? Mr. Berta. I think a 1v1 is only fair after interrupting this 1v1. Yikes. By he's not adult, he means that he's pretty much like a bar away, judging by his size. Okay, that is a good signal. We're hearing a Hazagopteryx in the distance. Probably pestering somebody. But you know what we need before that? We need some water. Because we want to make sure that we absolutely have the best chance And best health recovery. And that's a hats over there. Probably the same one. And hatses have been going wild lately. Okay, so the water is 75%, and this can mean that there's quite a bit of dinosaurs that have been drinking from this river. I imagine there's a Tylosaurus here and grabs me. Like, Tylosaurs with white gape are actually quite a threat. They're a threat even to an Allosaurus. Maybe I can bait this hats into combat. It's really taking a very long time to drink though. Oh, he's trying to grab the Alberta. Oh my god. He just got demolished. This hats is an absolute donut. What makes him think he can grab an Alberta? Wait, I'm hearing more flaps. He took a lot of damage. Oh, I think that is a Rex. I need another Rex, you guys. I do need another Rex to prove myself. Hopefully 1v1 it without interference, that would be great. I'm pretty sure that was a Rex roar, and hopefully it's not a Spinosaurus roar. Because those two are very alike. Still haven't been able to make the distinction just yet. Come on, roar one more time, buddy. I mean, you're probably this way. You can't be far, really. Oof, that sounds like a lot of commotion. I'm assuming to my right the Alberta is running. There's a Spino and a Rex. There we go. Oh, they're fighting each other. And a Concha. And the Rex is albino. That is a material. So I think, okay, so the game plan is going to be to eliminate the Concha. And the Concha can't run into water because the Spino is going to be attacking it. So I'm gonna turn this 2v1 into a 2v2. And that is pretty much the plan. Now the Rex probably is not full HP. But that is no matter to me. It is an apex and it has twice my stats. So it is already an unfair fight for me. Ooh, there's a Megalania involved as well. Just heard a Megalania being bit. What is this stampede over here, man? Is that the Alberta? Yeah, there's also a Megalania, and they're all against this Spinosaurus from the looks of it. There's a lot of footsteps, so I kinda have to be sneaky. I think the Alberta is behind, yep. So I do have the help of the Alberta. This random bird just following us around. Proving to be a sidekick is quite insane. Is this guy seeing me? There's not really much escape for you here, buddy. Ooh, that was a fat bite. Everybody. There we go. There we go, I got friendly fire. Donut. You're next, Mr. Rex. You're next, Mr. Rex. How about now? Let's bait his tail attack here. The Spino is coming in hot. Oof, it's getting demolished. The spider side has prevailed. GG's. I mean, I do dislike players who choose the albino skin and are overly confident. Well, overly overconfident, I should say. What are you doing? What? What? What just happened? Oh my god, what the frick just happened? Oh my god. I swear, this is not scripted, you guys, I swear. This is official servers. This is official servers right here. This is not scripted. Oh my god. I know what happened, I just didn't expect it to happen, but a part of my brain was like... You know the teeny tiny part of you that is like, this ridiculous thing is gonna happen, and you're like, nah, there's no way. And then it actually happens. Because the Spino got yeeted off this little tiny ledge right here. And because I was standing right here, the Spino couldn't touch the ground, so the game considered it being in free fall. And when you're in a weird free fall state such as that, pretty much he took immense fall damage, like the game considered it as being in max velocity, and he was already low HP. Oh my god. He glitched into terrain and took fall damage. Oh my god, this is insane. Wow. You slid off the tiny ledge and I accidentally body blocked you and you were in a free fall state for a split millisecond. Decided to delete you. Oh no, I forgot to record again. Oh my god. Until I remember to record, probably gonna miss these kind of occurrences. Yeah. It would have been really fun to analyze that. But wow. Okay, I think we're done here. Watch how it happened. I need you tomorrow. Oh my god. Okay, this was quite insane, you guys. Alright, let's not... We apparently have a Alberta sidekick. You know, like one of those games when you're playing a summoner class? There's this random pet that joins you. So this Alberta now is probably gonna be my sidekick for the rest of the series. I mean, when things like this happen, you guys, you just embrace it. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. This is me making lemonade right now. Oh my god. Life is beautiful, my friends. Life is beautiful. I have no idea. I mean, I probably don't remember this, but that is okay. Right, so that is enough of global. Gotta focus back on what is happening around me. But let's see now if we can find more donuts. I'm just shocked from what just happened. This is quite insane. Let's see if I can get a eyeball quest here. Just in case, because I really like eyeball quests. Was that a Pygno? I think there was a Pygno. Let me see if I can get him to respond to my broadcast. I'm pretty sure that was a Pygno calling. And if it's a Pygno calling, I do want to hunt it down. I mean, we are the lion of the Jurassic after all. I swear the most weird things happen when I hit the record button. This kinda adds a little bit of charm to this game. But Green Valley's already a hotspot again. Okay. So, for a moment Grand Plains and Green Valley were all silent, and Salt Flats as well, and all three of them just popped as hotspots. That is incredibly weird and strange and interesting. And that is a Campto playing around with a Dasp. And the Dasp is also albino coincidence, I'm not sure, but the Dasp is gonna get some very soon if it lingers around and doesn't see me approaching. And the Campto is making him waste quite a lot of... is that a Camp? No, that's a Cerrado actually. Cerrados are so tiny to the point where cannot really tell. That looked like a Campto, but that is a Cerrado, okay. So let me go near the ledge here and then start prowling actually from right now. It is very important that the Dasp doesn't get a head start on us. I'm gonna tap the crouch button so I can get some extra steps without making noise. This is a tactic that I used back when I played the Isle. It works wonders. But this Dasp is pretty much gone the moment I get into contact with it. Because it already cannot 1v1 me, it cannot face tank me, and it's already taking damage from the Cerrado. So that is a no contest. And it is wasting quite a bit of stamina. The Cerrado is really making him work for it. We approach silently and slowly. This Dasp Letosaurus has no idea. I think he popped his Berserker call from the looks of it. He has no idea I'm right here. Yes, sit down. Get ambushed. It's in the bag. Let me take his heart and give it to the Cerrado. Let me do a Fort Valentine's Day. It just gave him hard. Oh, this is Sarco water. Oh, teeny tiny Sarco. He's really wary. Sorry, broski, I don't accept party invites, but... He's quietly testing if I... Okay, why did you do that? There goes half your HP, because you asked for it. And this is the reason why you cannot trust Sarcos ever. And the Cerrado skin is actually lit. Oh, that is him. Are you a long way to hard since when could you? Yes, since this is the guy who was talking global. Okay, so we managed to give a viewer a heart prior to Valentine's Day. Hey, you as well, my friend. Now, on to our next meal. Still a hotspot, I see. So let's do another swoop. I don't know where the Conka went from before. That was helping out the T-Rex. Part of a quest. It's part of a quest. Alright. That's enough chat. And someone apparently hunted down an albino Hatzegopteryx. I don't know what went through the mind of that little Sarco. Like, he sees that I'm drinking water, and he wants to be friendly, and then he just starts nibbling my toes. Sarco players are really weird sometimes. Like, you know, some playables, you just can't really trust them now, can you? It is the same with the Sarco, it is the same with the Packies, same with the Megalanias. They're all very sus, very suspicious. I think I should just make myself more audible, because I do want to get other Mixpackers thrown at me as much as possible. This is after all the reason I'm playing Allosaurus, is to just stress test it as much as possible and try to come out on top. And show to the people that Allosaurus is actually quite strong in the right hands, despite it being an underdog. I'm hearing two sets of footsteps. It's a Sucho, okay. And what is that? Sucho is a very tough matchup for an Allo. Not sure if it can see me. Probably can see me now. Sucho is very tough. It does see me. Hello, mister. How are you from? You missed your hook snap, didn't you? Just gotta stay behind it as much as possible. Oops. Not sure if he's low HP or what's going on, but oof, the turn is so bad. Oof, yeah, the turn is way too good for his size. If he's dry built, he's gonna catch up to me because of the braced legs. Now pretty much I just have to leg it in one direction. Try to avoid, I basically have to try to avoid steep terrain. Because if it has the braced legs, then the problem becomes that he will slowly gain on me. And I just have to run in a straight line pretty much. I have to keep my cool, run in a straight line whilst not panicking. And there's a Pycno. I don't think the guy has more stamina than me though. I just gotta hope that the Pycno doesn't attack me here. Okay, he disengaged. Beautiful, I think he ran out of stam, but the Pycno now is after us. Now we have to appear strong here. Because if we keep running, he's gonna try to keep attacking us. Our bluff didn't work though. Sadly, our bluff didn't work. Because if we had kept running there, he would have most certainly gotten more brave for it and kept chasing us. I think we spawned quite close actually. Oh my god, we spawned right there. So had we kept running, the Pycno would have just simply, just like a wild animal, kept chasing after us and attacked us and gotten free hits. But turning around deterred him for a little bit. But I think then he realized how bloodied up we were from our scars and decided to charge in. But yeah, that is a little bit... this is one of the issues that I have with Sucho and Allo when it comes to these two playables. Because in the current state of the game, Sucho pretty much is a better Allo. And this is kinda ironic a little bit, because I am playing Allo and I'm trying to showcase that it's good. But Sucho is, I think, a little bit overrated. Actually, not even overrated. I think Sucho is just overbuffed. I wouldn't say it's overpowered, but they should pretty much swap places. Allosaurus and Sucho need to swap places when it comes to this kind of mobility and power. Because there is no... Sucho has no business being more mobile, or at least having the same mobility as an Allo on land, while it is like 1.5k combat weight heavier, and also has the ability to go into water, if you get what I mean. Sucho is much heavier than an Allo, deals more damage, seems to be more agile as you saw from the precise turn, attacks faster, does more damage. Pretty much it's just all around a better Allo on land, and I don't think that is the way it should be. I think Allosaurus should be even more agile than it is right now. I should maybe even do a little bit more damage. But if they gave Allosaurus a little bit more mobility, if they made its turn radius better, made it faster, or gave it some tools, like, I don't know, some slow, like the slice, the debuff, or a fracture, or something like that, I think it would make Allo more competitive. But this is just a scenario where you pit it against a dinosaur that is bigger than you and is better than you at what you do, when it shouldn't be the case, pretty much. That is all there is to it. And I'm not saying it's impossible to win a 1v1 against this Sucho, because that Sucho got very low HP. It's just very hard. So I just need to try again, and hopefully find that Pycno, and see how well it fares in a 1v1 against an Allo that is full HP. It's a scorpion. Okay, it's one scorpion, and we can just utilize our tail attack to take it down now. This is a good thing about having a tail attack, is that you can just safely dispatch critters without much resistance, really. The scorpion, I don't think it's gonna take too many hits, because we're quite big. But if only our tail would land, that would be nice. There we go, one sweep. It's like we need to be at the exact distance. And there we go, beautiful. And now we just need that eyeball, and we're gonna be really Gucci. Cheetah skin. Okay, I have to take a look at that. I mean, I already do have the best camo skin in the game, but I would be open to exploring other options and see how they fare. Somebody got an albino Wajasaurus. Hehe, remember the name of you. Let me quickly get rid of this venom and regen my stam though. Now our priority number 1 is gonna be finding that Pycno again. That sounds like the Pycno actually. Let's hope that it is the Pycno. think it is. Oof, that was quite the fall. I think it's a Dasp. Oh, it's a Tyrannotitan. It's coming in hard. It's a subadult. But he has a skydiver. That's why he's doing all these acrobatics. Listen, buddy, don't get away from me. I need you. Come here. And yeah, he noticed us now. He's legging it. He's more than capable. Don't let his size fool you. He's more than capable of face tanking me. Apexes are quite strong. I mean, this is a big adolescent or early subadult from the looks of it. But luckily for us, he cannot run faster than us. Might be running towards his buddies. Now, because he's small, we're not gonna use the bleed much, I think. Just rather opt for direct damage like so. Because we want to finish this fight fast. We don't want to drag it out too long. Now the small Tyrannotitan should be eliminated. Think of Tyrannotitans as lionfish. They're an invasive species. And they hurt the ecosystem. So they need to be dealt with in kind. They really are. Like, I've yet to meet a nice Tyrannotitan player. Tyrannotitans and Sarco players as well. Megalanias as well. Even though Megalanias aren't as common, but they're all, in my eyes, quote-unquote, invasive species of players that need to be dealt with, no matter their growth stage. Because they always are aggressive, they always attack on sight, everything that comes across them. And if I see, for example, an Allosaurus, I help them survive or let them live. Because there isn't nearly enough Allosaurus to go by. Because it's so underrated. And so left behind in terms of balancing. But now we keep pressing forward in the hopes of finding that Pycno. I still want my revenge. I'm gonna keep looking for it. I think nighttime is when this camo skin that I have shines the most. No pun intended. Because it's just the color, the way that the moonlight falls on the green of my skin pattern. It falls the same way on the foliage and grass, if that makes sense. It kind of saturates it in the same way. And makes them look really alike. Some free flowers here, which I will not say no to. And... okay. I can risk this little fall. If it was a bigger fall, I would probably get clapped by fall damage. That's why I was being wary. Now that might be the Pycno. Let's see. No, that's a Barsboltia actually. While we are here, I'm actually gonna get full water because you never know. I might need all the healing I can get. This is actually such a nice change of pace. In comparison to being at the Grand Plains all the time. There's quite a nice flux of players here. Oh, and there's a Dakarthy. And that Barsboltia is swinging his front limbs for no apparent reason. He's doing some shadow boxing. Green Valley, not a hotspot anymore though. Very interesting. believe that was the Dakaroni making that noise. Let's try to look for the Pycno. The Pycno boy. Now, out of the 3 heavy mid-tiers that all share the same combat weight, that are Allo, Dasp, and Pycno, Allo is by far the clunkiest and also the tankiest. Dasp does the most damage, and Pycno is the most agile. So Dasp is a little bit like between Allo and Pycno. And they're both very versatile. They're both more adept at dealing with multiple mid-tiers, as in smaller opponents. But I think Allosaurus has the most capabilities at taking down an Apex. And also just face tanking the other two. In a straight face tank, Allosaurus beats both of the Pycno and the Dasp. That is the Pycno. That is 1,000,000% the Pycno, but he's on the other side, I think. He 1,000,000% is on the other side. Now the question is, can I get on top here? Seems very hard. No, there's no way. Because the Pycno was already headed this way when he got me last. If I'm lucky, my body should still be here. And I can extract my own eyeball, and I think I see my body already. So that is great. That is my body, so I can extract my own eyeball. Even though I'm extremely close to being fully grown, but I'll take the 300 marks as well. Very nice. Let's see. Hopefully we can find this Pycno. The sounds came from roughly this direction. Like over this hill when I first heard it. But Pycno has a very, very fast trot speed. So one moment he's somewhere and the other moment he's gone. Maybe I can just entice him by doing a broadcast. This might pique his interest. The thing with Pycno players is that their vast majority of them use the head slam ability. And it's basically them seeing everybody else using this ability, so just blindly following the meta. And they have this wild overconfidence that if they can just spam that one ability, they will automatically win battles. Which couldn't be farther from the truth. So what a Pycno will do is he's gonna attack you and try to land those headbutts. Are you sleeping? No, you're actually done for. Okay. Somebody took this Pycno down, but I don't think it's the same Pycno that took us down last time. Let's see if I can get a hard quest here. I think the hard quest is off cooldown already. Don't want rotten eggs either. No leather either. No noxious slime either. So he's giving us all the bad quests. Yeah, I think the hard quest is not off cooldown. Not yet. How many quests are even there? Oh my god. I've been cycling for days now. Yeah, the hard quest is still on cooldown. Let's see. So Green Valley is no longer a hotspot. And whatever took this Pycno down is probably long gone. But we can try to draw it out or turn it towards us by roaring. Like this is at this moment I'm trying to bait other players to come and attack me. Which is very different from when other players do it, like for no reason. And then they end up grabbing my attention. And then when I go to them, it's let's just say that it's a bad day for them. Let's do one more. But yeah, as you noticed during the Sucho hunt, when I was running away from the Sucho, most players, what they would have done is that they would have started doing this. They would have started zigzagging for no freaking reason at all. And the Sucho would have just beelined it, and they would have given the Sucho exactly the advantage that it needed to catch up to you. And that would be it. People just panic, and they don't realize that when you're at the same speed as another dinosaur, and you have some distance between you, if you both start running at the same time, and you both keep the same trajectory, as in you both run in a straight line, you will, after both of you run out of stamina, provided you run out of stamina at the same time as well, you will end up exactly at the same distance from each other that you started with. And I don't know why people just forget that, they go full into panic mode, and they start zigzagging when they really shouldn't. Like, the only reason you need to zigzag is if the other dinosaur has a big speed advantage over you and you're trying to shake them off or juke them or get them in front of you. You do not zigzag against something that matches your speed. You only need to have a little bit of distance between you and them. And the moment you have that distance and they cannot touch you, you just run in a straight line and that's it. The only time this strategy fails is if they have more stamina than you. Because then you would run out of stamina before they do, and then they would catch up to you. But in the case of the Sucho, he doesn't have more stamina than me, so... And again, my friends, panic is your main enemy in this game. The sooner you learn to control yourself in a fight, the way better the outcomes. And I always talk about this, I always reiterate it, is that in this game you don't get punished nearly as much as you would in other dinosaur games. Like in the Isle, for example, you don't lose your entire growth. You don't go back to square one, you don't have to grow for several hours again, you just lose like a quarter of a growth bar. It only takes like a couple of quests worth of, I don't know, 15 minutes in total to do. To get you back to exactly where you were. So I don't understand this amount of panic that players feel when they play this game. I really don't sometimes. But hey, that's why I make these videos. To remind you of the fact that the main enemy is yourself. The main enemy in this game is your own mind. And playing with the mind of other players is your greatest ability you can master. Predicting their movements and what they're gonna do, whilst keeping your cool, is the absolute best way to become an efficient solo player. Some bloody Hystrix, I'm really interested to see what is going on here in Titan's Pass. I kinda wish that when an area is a hotspot, it would also show the hotspot icon at the top right of your screen where your minimap is. You can already hear footsteps. Whatever it is running and is heavy. Kinda sounds like a duck running on land. Oh, we can hear bites. Is that a T-Rex? That is a Barsboldia. A duck, a Tyrannotitan, and a T-Rex. Oh my god, what is going on here? He's using his body to replenish stamina and a Pycno. If only we could somehow isolate this Pycno. He's using his duck body to heal himself, and this is why Tyrannotitan players are just absolutely disgusting in my opinion. They should make it so that you cannot even use your body to heal yourself. And this is a fight that we cannot win. Actually, that's a bit wild coming from me. Especially since last episode I was faced off against two apexes. And they ended up clapping each other, but I would ideally try to bait the Pycno away from them. Isolate the Pycno into a 1v1 and then I'd be able to clap the Pycno. They're most likely migrating towards somewhere, maybe Grand Plains. He doesn't have a juke. He has dash. This is a very good piece of information to know about this Titan. He's running the feast ability, and he doesn't have a juke, so he is tail riding material. He might have noticed us there. He has noticed us, indeed. Can't imagine myself playing Tyrannotitan without juke. But this guy is playing in a group, so he doesn't care much about his backside. Where are they even going? The duck is resting here. Maybe we can do some great damage to it. He just stood up, yikes. We're too late. I think he just... yeah, he didn't notice us even. He just finished regaining his stamina as well. Oof, if we got the jump on him, we could have deleted half his HP in like 3 bites. You really take a lot of damage when you are sleeping. That Titan just swam to the other side. We, however, cannot take this risk. Because the duck can just go into water and demolish us. How come he had enough stamina to juke though? Okay. I think I know. It's because of the recent patch they did when they rebalanced the swimming stamina for all dinosaurs. And that's why the Titan was able to do that. He probably had above half stamina after crossing that river. Now let's see, the visibility is quite low and it's raining. So this is perfect ambush weather actually. That is a Sucho, so we cannot risk crossing water. We have to utilize the log here. There's also a Rhamphorhynchus and a Hatzegopteryx I can see in the distance. We have to be wary, there might be Tylus in the water, we never know. You never know, and there might be a Tylosaurus in Grand Plains. Could spell doom for us. Perfect. Now we slowly make our way into Stalk territory. Find where the congregation of donuts is, and then strike. This is our moment. Now, and the idea is to get on top of high ground, whoops, and not to do that by accident, giving away our position. That you always want to go to a place that is elevated, where you can see your surroundings and you're quite well hidden, so somebody cannot see you. Megalania is being damaged by the Sucho, I believe. And there's a Tylosaurus in the water, yep. I do want to smack this Sucho. Sucho players are also an invasive species. Something seems to have fallen into ground. Looks like a player corpse. There's the heads, and the Titan is over there. That is the same Titan that has no juke. Might be better for us to switch our attention to the Titan, actually. Titan with no juke is a possible hunt for us. Oh, the duck is here. I think he's attacking the Tylosaurus. This guy probably has seen us now. That looks like a Sucho body. That's his T-Rex friend. He does see me. The T-Rex hasn't noticed though. Kinda wish the Tylo would just bone break this T-Rex. Oh, and use your little juke ability, boy. How's the time? Ooh. Ooh, in the nick of time, dodge that bone break. And Tyrannotitan has the most broken hitbox ever. He's somehow magically able to, look at that, bite me without even touching me. Bro, are you serious right now with this hitbox? Not even touching me, man. And this is the part of the game that really annoys me. Is the fact that this guy can just do all those hits on me without even touching. But gotta keep our cool here and focus on the fight itself. Oh, he thinks he has stamina to catch up to me, but unfortunately for you, Mr. Titan, you cannot. That's not gonna help you. Yeah, there we go, you run out of stamina now. Quite annoying, but... What now? I'm more surprised by how he's able to run, yet he's in... His dash is getting interrupted for no apparent reason. Well, you know what is better than getting eaten by a broken Bluetooth Tyrannotitan? It is actually surviving the fight. Because there's no way that this was actually an outcome because of his skill, as you all saw. And my MS. It's a tiny bit higher than it usually is. It's usually 30-40. But still, that was just... That was way too ridiculous, the hitboxes. But all we can do is regen our HP and hope to try again. We do need food though. for this to work. Ooh, I might have an idea here. But the Titan is moving away though. He's paying attention. I don't think that he's not. Ooh, there's a little Canto here, Destroyer of Worlds. Now that Tyrannotitan is alone. At least I think he is. And the game is just so dark though. And there is his friend. You wish, buddy. You totally wish. That's why it's important to be aware of your surroundings. Mm-hmm. Good luck catching me, buddy. I need this. This guy's invincible though. The donut actually thinks that he can catch me. What are you doing, bro? What do you think you're doing? Very brave when you have a Tyrannotitan in the vicinity. His body comes like a donut. Ooh, there's a body right here. Perfect. Let's try. Use your dash. Good boy. That's what I think about your Bluetooth. I brake check myself and tail swipe him into the face. I think now it's the time to execute a plan that I had previously. I have a very nice plan. I want to go to the quest and just piss off those critters and try to get him to to come to those critters, but he's not committing to the chase as much though. There's the body right here that I can benefit from. Oh, they have their pick in the front. Have to be wary of that. Of course. There's only one way for me to survive here. That hat's also might be with them. It's kinda yikes. Come on then. I'm down here. It's quite friendly. Quite friendly down here. I think the Tyrannotitan is gonna join in. The donut is below. Okay, that's good. The final stand, my friends. The Tyranno donut wants to come here. I basically need him to slip off so I can yeet him with my tail. Just like that. Oh, and he cannot be yeeted though. Yeah. We totally forgot about the Pycno. The Pycno was the unsolved equation factor that we forgot about. Because this is the only time that Pycno players shine. Excuse me. I mean Pycno rats. Those are not Pycno players. That Pygno player is a Pygno rat. So the only time the Pygno rats shine is when their two apex buddies are chasing a solo player and he's low HP. And then they chip in. But it is the way it is, my friends. You win some and then you lose some, but you keep on improving. And if I had to take away a lesson from this fight, it would be that instead of committing to just damaging the T-Rex and the Tyranno Titan, I should have actually sat back in a bush and healed. And I should have reminded myself that there was a Pygno that I spotted at the very beginning when all four of them were traveling together, so the Rex, the Titan, and the Pygno on the dock. So I should have remembered that there was a Pygno that was gonna pop up somewhere. And instead of trying to fight the Titan and the Rex while being 20% HP, I should have sat in a bush, gotten to at least half HP, and then done what I did. Because I was fishing for opportunities, but when you're that low HP and faced against two apexes, there's very little you can do. So this was ultimately a mistake on my part, but also a lesson at the same time. So if you're enjoying these lessons, no matter what happens, and this raw, unfiltered gameplay with commentary from yours truly teaching you how to be a more effective solo player, then consider subscribing to the channel, sharing and liking the video, and for those of you who want to further support the channel, consider joining as a member for access to exclusive perks and early access to videos. Now I got my eyeball quest, and I shall be making my way to the home cave. But ultimately, I will see you guys on the next episode, so you take care, and I will see ya later.